Hey, this is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my video. As always, please like and subscribe. I appreciate that. Please hit that thumbs up button. That'll help me out. This video, I'm going to briefly review two legendary, insanely legendary jazz albums. One I reviewed before, but the reason why I'm including it in this video because it's going to be part of a broader conversation about reissue records and some of these, kind of expensive box sets. That's the real point of this video, but I'm include two reviews of, like I said, two legendary jazz albums. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Please watch the whole entire video because, like I said, this is gonna, kind of go into a broader conversation about reissue records and 45 RPM records and conversations like that. But I'm going to start with this one. I only have this on CD, believe it or not. Sonny Rollins, Way Out West, originally issued on Contemporary Records in 1957. And this CD, or this album, features Sonny Rollins tenor sax, Ray Brown, the great Ray Brown bass, Shelly Manne drums. Again, it was recorded in Los Angeles March 7th, 1957 in Los Angeles, issued in 1957. And this is a groundbreaking, legendary performance by the trio. This one has exceptionally great play, exceptionally great solos by Sonny Rollins. And it is just simply a phenomenal performance by all the musicians where you have, nice solos by Shelly Manne on drums. The song I'm a Cowhand, there's a very nice Shelly Manne solo. There's nice solos by Ray Brown as well. And it was recorded well. It really was. I have an issue with the recording. I'm going to get to that soon. But it was recorded very well. Again, this is a CD. This is a AAD CD, and those of you who may not know what that means is, let me read the description in here. Analog tape recorder. AAD means analog tape recorder used during a recording session and the subsequent mixing and or editing. A digital recorder was used during the mastering, so that is a AAD. There's different types of CDs. There's a DDD, ADD. This one is a AAD version of it. This one was issued in 1987. And for a CD, this sounds actually pretty good. I suspect, and I'm almost sure of this, and I won't know till I get the album version of this. And I'm going to get to that conversation in a second. The album sounds markedly better than the CD, although the CD sounds quite fine. I was playing this through my Denner Fritz Pontius 15th edition DAC, and for a digital version, this sounds actually great, in my opinion. This, along with a lot of contemporary recordings, contemporary records, has that hard panning, that strict left and strict right, where you hear musicians in the right and left speaker with very little to no ambience in the middle of the sound stage. This one's no exception. This one you have Sonny Rollins in the left speaker, and Ray Brown and Shelly Manne share the right speaker. Although you can hear ambience, echo, and delay emanating outside of the space of the speakers, but it is not a all-encompassing, stereo listening experience where you can hear musicians throughout the full sound stage. Be cool if this one was recorded that way. It really would have been cool. It makes me wonder, and I've mentioned this in many videos, I'm intrigued what the mono sounds like on this particular album. Because of that, some people think it's a kind of a weird stereo spread when you just have musicians in the right and left speaker with very little in between. Although there's one, I'll show you the song listing if I fail to show that. And this CD has alternate takes, which is pretty cool, by the way. It has an alternate take of the song I'm an Old Cowhand, Come Gone, which might be my favorite song on the CD, and an alternate take of Way Out West. I know when you listen to Come Gone, the saxophone of Sonny Rollins gives the illusion that it's emanating like almost in the middle of the sound stage. It gives that really nice and bright illusion, even listening on a CD. But I wish the whole album was like that in terms of, you know, using the entirety of the sound stage. What a beautiful performance by all the musicians on this legendary album that was originally released in 1957. Sensational. Like, you can hear the creative juices of Sonny Rollins fabulously on this one. Shelly Mann's solos were great, and Ray Brown was solid. If I were to judge just the performance, I would give a 9. It's a solid 9. And the sound on the CD is an 8. It just lacked a little oomph and detail and ambience. That's why I'm looking forward to receiving an LP version of this record. I know as part of the Acoustic Sounds, Contemporary Records Acoustic Sounds series, this album is available for $30, which was probably a great buy. I'm going to talk about more of that in a minute. But this was issued on a UHQR form as a posting date of this video a couple of days ago, maybe 4 days ago as of the posting date of this video. They're going to release a UHQR version of this album on the 15th of August, I believe. I'll get to whether I purchased that one in another album that I'll talk about in a minute later on in this video. But I'm intrigued how this would sound in a UHQR format, although, again, this is available for $30 as part of the Contemporary Records Acoustic Sounds series, and that's a great buy in my opinion. But the Sound of 9, the Sound of 8, Performance of 9 on this CD. Now, I might elevate both scores when listening to this on a higher resolution format, a LP format. We'll see about that. I already reviewed this album as well on the previous video, and I believe I gave it both 9s in terms of sound and performance. Again, this was going to be released on the UHQR format as well on the same date, August 15, 2025, along with the Sonny Rollins Way Out West. This version of it, again, I reviewed this, I gave both the sound and the performance 9. This album is stunning in terms of sound. You get that in the room feeling when you listen to that Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section. Again, this was originally released in 1957, but this was part of the Contemporary Records Acoustic Sound series. I believe this costs $30, a great buy, because this is a stunning sounding album. But again, you have that, you know, hard panning, you know, musicians on the right and left speakers only, but you have an abundance of ambience emanating from those speakers. But like I said, this is an awesome listening experience. It really is. But I did buy both UHQR versions of Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section. And again, I might have to change my score of the performance and sound after listening to the UHQR, because it might reveal more details, more intimate details. And that might change my mind on the performance because of that. But like I said, this is a stunning sounding album for $30, in my opinion. And so I bought the UHQR version of Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section and Sonny Rollins Way Out. I purchased both of them. I'm attempting, and it's going to be difficult to buy the Acoustic Sound series version of Way Out West as well, but I don't know if I can pull that off, because a lot of dough went into buying those UHQRs, but we'll have to see about that. I would buy the $30 version just to compare to the UHQR, but I'm not so sure I can pull that off. But I did read the complaints on the video that Analogue Productions Acoustic Sounds did announcing Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section and Sonny Rollins Way Out, that announcement video. If you have not seen that announcement video, please go look at it, because it was exceptionally well done by Analogue Productions Acoustic Sounds. The narrator was really great, nice presentation. But there were some complaints in the comment section, like, for example, the UHQR is going to be 45 RPM, 200 gram vinyl records. A lot of, the viewers of that video did not like the fact that it's 45 RPM, whereas 33 1/3 is sufficient. They don't like changing records like that. some of them complained about the choices of some of those UHQR issues, because they said, you know, Art Pepper in the rhythm section and Sonny Rollins' Way Out have been done already. It's been done great, is a lot of people were saying. I know I have the Art Pepper rhythm section album, and it's sensational. So some are questioning the choice. Some are questioning the mono versus stereo. They're going to be releasing stereo, but there's some, at least one person said it'd be cool to release it in mono. Matter of fact, this CD, I wish they would have included the mono tracks on the CD, that reissue CD. But also, people are talking about, you know, buying the same record over and over again. Why don't they, you know, include more rock records in the UHQR series? So that video that Analogue Productions Acoustic Sound issued was not without complaint. But I have all the jazz UHQRs. And these two albums are so legendary, so sensationally great that I just, after the day after that they made the announcement, we made the purchase. But like I said, I have all the jazz UHQRs. I have the two John Coltrane ballads, I Love Supreme. They did two Miles Davis's, Kind of Blue, 33 1/3, 45 had that one, and two Bill Evans as well. I have those too. But another reason why I purchased them, because the count that they're manufacturing is low compared to some of the other series. Like, for example, the Steely Dan series, some of those are issuing 20,000 copies. And so that gives me plenty of time to get them almost when I want to. Matter of fact, I have 5 of the Steely Dans. I have 2 more to buy. And I get the impression I can get them like anytime I want, because they made so many of them. But this one, there's 2,750. The Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section and Sonny Rollins' Way Out. So it's kind of limited. So I thought I would pull the trigger now and purchase them versus waiting. I thought that's a low count. And also, those albums are already on the Acoustic Sounds top 10 in terms of their best sellers after a day of the announcement. So I decided to pull the trigger on them so I could do a video when I receive them, you know, and do a comparison video and, you know, describe that to an audience. That's another motivation as well. But please leave your comments in the comment section below if you're going to buy Art Pepper in the rhythm section and Sonny Rollins' Way Out in the UHQR version, because they're $150 plus shipping plus tax. So they're not cheap. And also, a lot of people are saying, why the UHQR, where you have this one available from the Contemporary Records Acoustic Sound series that sounds stunning. And probably the same for the Sonny Rollins' Way Out. So please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate it if you're going to participate in purchasing those 2 UHQRs. Do you think they're better jazz titles to be added to the UHQR series? I know one person mentions Sonny Rollins' Saxophone Colossus, but even this one has been done in a high quality reissue by Analogue Productions. So if you had a jazz album that you think should be reissued, or any other album, it could be rock, progressive rock, you know, jazz fusion, please leave your choices in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless, strong love, more important than the music. Let's keep the peace worldwide.